Hi guys, can you hear me? Awesome. I understand that I may be between you and lunch right now, so I'm really going to try and speed up this presentation today. So, hi guys, I'm Dharmin Ved and I'm the CEO for a fashion e-commerce company in the Middle East called sixstreet.com. Just for reference perspective, GCC consists of 6 countries, which is Saudi Arabia, UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, and Oman. So we operate a fashion e-commerce company in that region. They called us crazy. They said it was impossible. They said that we were living in a different planet. They said that our heads were not turned right way around. And so we decided to do this. Welcome to GCC's first PHYGITAL store. We at Sixth Street always ask a question, what's next? When we started our conversation, we never ventured out there to create something unique or disruptive. We only asked ourselves a question, which is, what is the customers going to love about us? What can we do which can enhance their experience, be different, be unique, and provide them things that they want? Not only that, but even work on things that they may not know yet that they want as well. And literally, we just started on a drawing board. So, okay. So we literally started on a drawing board, and we started to ask ourselves, hey, what's the wow factors that a customer loves about offline, and what are the wow factors that the customer loves about online? When we go to an offline experience, if you think about it, all the usual suspects, right? I can touch and feel the product. I can try an item in the fitting room. And one of the other important things about offline that we forget is something called instant gratification, i.e. we can literally go out there, take the item and leave. I can tell you most of the time my wife actually wears the shoes that she buys and leaves right from the store. Instant gratification, online cannot give you. What is the wowness about online? So when we think about online, obviously the usual suspects again, right? Endless space. That means, we can just have X number of SKUs, how many ever we feel like. We can provide, we can get amazing amount of data of the customer, and that helps us further to improve and personalize the experience for the customer. When we do that, we also are able to do that contactlessly. So we got thinking, hey, is there a way to actually be able to combine both these experiences and create something new, something different that the customers will be able to now get the benefit of both the worlds in one place, right? And hence we created the store. So when we look at our store, it has over 1,200 brands in one store. For context perspective, this is there in Dubai Hills Mall in Dubai, and the mall itself has 500 brands, right? And this one store has over 1,200 brands in there. We completely flipped the retail thought process on its head, right? So we said, when we look at a normal store, 80% of store is for customers, 20% back store. We have the complete opposite. Only 20% is front of the house, and actually 80% is back of the house, which enables us to have 2.4x more inventory per square feet than any other store of the same space as well. We created 38 different tablets in there and 7 different fitting rooms. So let's have a look.
Welcome to sixthstreet.com, GCC's first ever PHYGITAL store at Dubai Hills Mall with over 1,200 plus fashion and lifestyle brands. Choose your favorites and add them to a virtual trial bag. Try and buy on the spot in smart fitting rooms. See you at 6thstreet.com Dubai Hills Mall.
It was as simple as click it, try it, and buy it. So let me take you through a few of these points that I mentioned earlier. One of them is data. When we think about our offline experience or offline stores, at a very high level, there are just two data points that we are able to capture, right? One is how many customers walked into our store, and two is what are the products we sold that day. Sure, I can understand if it is a loyal customer, we may have a little bit more data points. We can say we have heat mapping, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, we still don't have complete information about the customer. What we are able to do in the store, if you think from an offline perspective, is we know how many customers walked into the stores. We know how many of them saw the items on the shelves. We also know how many of them picked up and saw, hey, do I want to even try this item? Then we know how many these items went into a fitting room, and of those items, how many were bought. It is all about data. This is because we are an online-first company. We couldn't even imagine a world without information, such information, and we would not know where to even start acting from there onwards. So we went on to make sure that we capture every single data point in the whole ecosystem and make sure that we understand the customers in and out. The amount of information that we get here, we are able to take a lot of actions based completely on data itself. The other element that we see, which has been super important for us, is our fitting room. How many times have we gone into a fitting room with a pair of jeans, as an example, and realized it was not the right size that we got? We have few options. One, head back into the store with the fit jeans that don't fit, trying to hold on, make sure that it doesn't fall off, and try and find that item. Or find a family member, a friend who is along with us, and says, hey, can you please get one of these items? Or go to one of our store agents and says, hey man, can you please find this item for me? In any of those scenarios, you're just waiting there in a fitting room with a jeans that doesn't fit and don't know what to do. Yes, of course, you still have another solution, which is wear back your jeans and now you go out. We all know, once a customers wear their clothes back, forget it. They're not going back into that fitting room. They're not there to try anymore. So what we ended up doing here is when you entered our fitting room, you never have to leave the fitting room, speak to the person, or go out there finding the product yourself. Literally on a touch of a tablet, you are able to choose another size which is available in the store and get it to you. We call them closets, by the way, and not just fitting rooms, because we keep them fully ironed, without any packaging material, without even security tags, and we are able to have that items displayed as if it is sitting in your fitting room itself. This is one of the most challenging points that we found in offline retail, and we thought that technology can solve for it, and it did. So apologies. One more thing that I wanted to speak to you about is actually our customer base. You know, when we see the customers who walk into a store, it'll be a family of 4 as an example, you know, kids under the age of 8 even for that matter, right? The parents come to us and ask us, hey guys, what the hell is this store? What are you even trying to sell around here, right? And we are there explaining to them, hey, it's a PHYGITAL concept you can browse through on the tablets, and then you can go and try the items at the same time as well. They turn around. Both the kids are already on the tablets, browsing through the tablets, and are able to do. This, by the way, was one of the key areas that we also were finding, where when we see the browsing experience is so native to all of us that it is no learning experience needed when you're trying to browse within the store. So you're still going to get the products that you want, you're going to still try it, but you're able to browse in the native fashion in which we always did as well. One last point that I would like to mention before I open it to Q&A is our store team itself. By the way, the store team that we hired has no sales targets, right? They were not hired based on any other thing except just 2 metrics we asked them. One is, show me your Instagram account. I want to see how social you are and how do you look to the rest of the world. And number 2 is, what is your outgoing speaking capabilities? Because that's all that is needed, right? We wanted to make sure they are fashionable. They are fashionable naturally. There is no uniform. We don't give them uniform. We want them to be naturally fashionable, wear the clothes that you love, show us your style, show the customers your style, and be able to have a communication with them so that they can just explain again what's happening within the store as well. I can keep going on, by the way. This is my favorite topic, obviously. So I can keep going on. But what I'm going to do is is just open it up a little bit to the audience as well. However, we keep asking our question, what's next? We are about to enter Space 6, which is in the metaverse, so we're going to see you there as well. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Happy to answer any questions if anyone has.
Just wanted to understand from the supply chain side of things, right? So what is available? You're stocking all of those SKUs in the back end, and whatever's on the tablet is shoppable at the store.
Sorry, can you just repeat that?
Yes, you're stocking all the SKUs in the back end in the storage, I'm assuming. So everything that is available to shop on the tablet, the customers can take away immediately. So isn't that like a really massive logistics undertaking?
Well, sure. I mean, the store itself was a massive undertaking that we had to do. Honestly, there's no path that is paved in front of us. We literally had to pave that path because we didn't know who to copy. We didn't know who to go to. We didn't know how to figure the solutions out. So we're just figuring it out, to be honest, right? And we constantly are trying and constantly learning on that fact. Now, the inventory which is available in the back of the store is available to the customer in the store and to the customer online. And the customers in the store can shop in the items which are in the store and online as well, right? So all options are available to everybody. You know, the conversations which we hear all day now is the unified commerce versus even omnichannel anymore, right? So all options available to everybody through all the channels. Customers, by the way, are amazing. We are just loving this experience of being able to speak to the customer right then and there, right? In online, that's really hard to be able to get that right feedback from the customers. And so here, we are actually able to speak to the customers. They tell us, hey, but you know what? We like this, we prefer this, we actually enjoy this experience. However, this is what if you do, it'll enhance it. We literally go back. We have a sprint system for the store. It goes back, develops it, and comes back and does it. Because we look at the store as a software and not as a hardware. So literally every few weeks that you can come into the store, you'll actually find new features and new developments that are happening rather than a traditional store which just remains the same for the next 5 years, basically, till we do renovation.
Hi, really interesting concept. I just wanted to know what is the criteria you follow for brands that you do onboard?
In the store?
Yeah. It's
actually everything that we have on our website, we put it in the store. However, let me actually deep dive a little bit into that. That's a great question because what we did when we opened the store is we already know from online the data for what is working around that mall that we are about to open. Because the customer base, we already have it, and the customers who are going to come, we already know who's that customer base, right, from the surrounding areas. So we took that data, and we literally picked that information to be able to inventorize the store. So as an example, we saw that Tommy Hilfiger is a popular brand for customers in that area. So we went ahead to even do, you know, a build-up of inventory for Calvin Klein, Hugo Boss, Lacoste, and so on and so forth, and to make sure that it's the right type of inventory. Because one of the key conversion drivers, if you like, in the store is actually being able to touch, feel, try, and then take it with you, instant gratification, right? So we really wanted to make sure that the inventory which is in the store is specifically for the customer base who's coming to that mall. And once we are able to do that, we can start seeing that improvement in the sales within the store automatically. However, the customers can still buy anything available in the universe of 6th Street through the store as well.
Yeah. So what's your focus now? It's more of this kind of stores or online?
I'm sorry?
I mean, where you are focusing to grow? It's online or this kind of stores more?
You know, growth is not related to whether we do online, whether we do offline, whether we do omnichannel, whether we do unified commerce or anything else. Honestly, we are not targeting growth by that channel. We are targeting growth by where is the customer, right? And that's the only conversation we are having. Because when we saw that a customer still ends up coming to the mall all day, all night, even if it is not, by the way, for shopping and for entertainment, which has now become a huge part of it. Even though they are coming there, immediately we are seeing a spike, as an example, in the app downloads that we are getting from that mall or the zones around that mall. We are seeing a spike in the traffic, organic traffic coming to our website because it is there as well. So it's a marketing channel as well, along with everything else. We all know this, which is last click attribution is a very, very poor way to say the customer came from this channel, right? Facebook was the last time they did a click. Google was the last time they did a click, right? But we all know that there is 100 more things that has happened before that to help the customers come to us. So it's not about growing one area or the other, right? It's just saying what is the right way to move forward. Currently, we have taken up another store opening in Abu Dhabi, and then the next store which is going to come in Riyadh, right? So we are expanding that because we see an instant uptake even in online around that area of the store as well. I hope I've been able to answer your question. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.